All right, Lisa. How's your week?
It was horrible.
Why? Just so that you know.
Oh my God.
I mean, the whole process is for you to figure your shit out.
Yes.
And observe it, not judge it. Because if you can observe it, then we can make sense of it. Then you'll go, oh my God, if I could go back and do this again, I would totally do it different. Right?
Well, yeah, I do get that, like, in my head. But seriously, I couldn't have ate more crap this week than I haven't done that the whole time, I don't think.
You did a little bit in the beginning, but...
And I was just, like, irritated, like, the whole week.
Like your fuse is short.
Yeah, and I'm just irritated, like, not because of anything. Nothing has irritated me. I'm just irritated.
Like PMS?
Maybe. But, like, whether or not I,
Maybe it's your view of the world is just... It's really shot right now.
Like, and I'm like going, wow, and I just sat and ate crap.
Well, did you eat more because you thought, well, I've screwed it anyway?
Yes, I did finally do. I was like going, oh, that's what that is.
Well, that mentality is just...
and I was like, oh, that is so dumb.
Well, it's emotional. That's emotional, and you're right. It is dumb. It is, and I hate to say that word, but it truly is.
Well, it is.
Lower intelligence.
Yeah, and I was like...
But it's emotional.
Really?
Remember what I talked to you about? Like, when you emotionalize something, it's more is... Like, when you emotionalize food as something bad that makes you bad and you flawed. Well, if you have some idea of perfection, if you have just a minor flaw, you might as well just mess up the whole thing.
Right, and I kind of thought I had gotten past that, like I won't do that again, and I'm like, well, no, this week was just...
What was the trigger to it? When did it start? Let's go back to the very first time you were like, screw it.
Wednesday, and so, I don't know why. My husband didn't take me off. My son didn't take me off.
Were you bored?
No, I had plenty to do.
Were you rewarding yourself for being so amazing or so awesome?
I don't think so.
You know how sometimes people are like, well, I did a really good job.
I did,
so therefore,
yes. Because
I just ruined everything.
Yes, I've done that before. I'm like,
so
I know what that is. No, it wasn't that. It might have just been boredom. It could have been. But I still had
like anxious
stuff.
Were you really anxious?
I was like going, okay, no matter what, it has to be like a PMS thing because I'm just irritated.
Well, are you hungrier?
I thought I was, like at first, like Wednesday and Thursday, I was like going, well, I'm just hungrier. I think that's the deal. Mm-hmm. And then by Friday night, I was like, to hell with it. I was like going, really? To hell with it? Really?
Well, you just have to wonder why. What is it about food that is your way of saying, go fuck yourself, body?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I did.
Because it's no one else's.
Totally what I did.
So what is it emotional? I mean, you've got to really pick this one apart. Sabotage. Self-sabotage.
Yes, and that I'm so totally doing that.
Because
and I get...
Well, let's just start over.
Okay.
So even if there's no, like, meaning behind it and you can't figure it out, why haven't you just gone like, well, let's just start over? Because it isn't all or nothing.
Right. Well, I kind of did that this morning. I'm like going, okay, well...
Is it just because you were coming to see me?
It was. I mean, literally.
Shit, that's the wrong reason to do it.
I know. I realize that.
I mean, this isn't about me.
But I thought, okay, well, just like today, I'm like going, I've been... It's different when I'm home by myself. Home alone. Mm-hmm. Home where, like, things are and I can go and eat them and like there is a difference there. Like if I'm working or if I have stuff that I have to do or I'm away from my home,
it's easy.
Then it's easier. It's way easier. Mm-hmm.
So why is it then that in your home that you must have a hard time with quiet silence?
Well,
You know what I mean by that? I mean, not by sound, but just
but
where you're left with what you're left with.
Right. Just me and my...
And yourself.
And my stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. And I use the television to keep myself really distracted from anything that's going on.
Some people really have agitation and irritability when we've taken away a huge part of gratification for you.
Yeah.
This is a trigger. I mean, it doesn't have to be something as obvious as your husband's being a jerk or you have control issues. It doesn't have to be major. It can just be something as simple as when you're alone by yourself and you're tested to just find peace and quiet.
Yeah. And
be okay
really,
with it.
Yeah, and I'm really not.
So, and the funny thing is, if you had projects to do and you didn't want to do it, I mean, food is your go-to for when you don't have projects to do. Absolutely. And when you do have projects to do, it is basically killing you. That is like... Yeah. So I tell you, honestly,
it makes me like
pissed?
It makes me sad.
Well, don't be sad.
Yeah, that makes me sad.
Well, I can understand that.
That I could do that to myself. Like, really? You want to just do that to yourself?
Well, don't have compassion. Now, because
that's a really good word that I don't like to use for anything. It's like, no, I don't have compassion for anything.
Well, then why do you think that you feel this way? You know, when do you start, the base starts from a source of love versus a source of judgment and, I mean, what's the foundation you want to develop your self-worth from?
Yeah, from love.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I'm all about that.
But not.
But not, yeah. I pretend to be all about that. Let's put it that way. Like
you like the idea.
I do.
It's a beautiful concept.
Yeah, I do. I absolutely do.
And I know that you know what it feels like, but it's fleeting.
Yeah.
Because you don't create it for yourself. It's always it's almost like a watered down version. You like the watered down version. Can you imagine if you got the real version?
No.
Amazing.
No, I really can't imagine that. Well, I mean, honestly.
Well, it has to. The only way to do it is to be authentic with it. That means it comes from a source that doesn't require you get anything out of it. There's no.
Yeah, that. What? I don't get anything?
No.
What?
I know, but those moments of silence to me. That's your next test. I think this is really getting down to the foundation of just you.
I know.
Which is so great. So don't be so mean. It is the base of it. So honestly,
I don't like it.
Lisa, if you can deal with that, you and yourself alone, what happens to the rest of everything that's occurring?
This is where I quit everything, by the way.
That's because it's about you.
Yeah. And I quit everything. I get, anything I've ever done. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it has to do with my weight or my health, or it could be, it's like if it ends up having to do anything with me, I get to a certain point and then I quit. I know we're not going all the way there. Can't do that. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, I live my life like that.
Well, I just think that it really is getting to the base of who are you and do you even like yourself?
Yeah.
That's the quiet moments where it really is a matter of could you have been there by yourself and really focused inward instead of outward. It is who are you inside that body?
Yeah.
Who is this little girl? Who's the soul that's never changed? It's always been the same. Your perception of the soul changes based on what's going on around you.
Yeah.
And it's it's defined by the outside world versus defined by the inside world. So the moment there's nothing going on in the outside world, you have to find something to define it by.
Right.
Therefore, the food is it's really easy.
Because that's the easy thing to do.
Oh yeah, and it's
completely easy.
And it stimulates the cocaine in your brain, so it's like getting all wasted. So we're getting to the funny part about this is that all we're asking you to do is just fall in love with your spirit. It sounds so like, let's go smoke some hooch.
Well, it's so funny because, like, actually, I've done a bunch of training just in that area.
I know, and we're getting there.
And I'm like going, haven't I done this before? And it's like, well, I really haven't.
Well, you may have attached it to some things that are right outside here.
Yeah.
But honestly, Lisa, the question is this. If everything in your life was removed, everything in the world, and you were stuck with nothing, could you create a sense of peace? Could you find something, and what would it be coming from? Oh my God, I have this feeling, and I'm so like, it's a moment of like, who the hell are you anyways, and what makes you special? Can you put it on a piece of paper? Is it what you drive in? Is it the colors that you like, and is it your vision and being able, but here's the thing, you know that intellectually, but emotionally you haven't come to grips with the fact that you're no better than I am, and I'm no better than you are.
Right.
Like, we are honestly, all of us are connected, and why do we keep on thinking that because my hair isn't a cap and I have a quarter carat ring that I am less than. Does that make sense? Yes.
Like I left today, I was driving to work and I'm like, I don't have my wedding ring on. Oh my God. And do you know, I have there's a lot attached to that ring and how big it is, and how, it's my second marriage. I was having a big rock.
That's right.
And I thought, oh my God, that's pretty perfect. I don't have it on today, and we're talking about this because I was like, oh, like I get that.
Because it's a very superficial definition of I. Hi.
Like why do I think that means that instead of what I think that I say, that I...
Like what's real.
Right.
And who's attracted to this?
Yeah, just me.
People who are just as... No. People who are the same.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Nice ring. It's like...
That means you're also better than other people, like I'm also better than other people.
Right, which and honestly, I don't even believe that. Like, I don't believe that I'm better than anybody else.
But you want to be perceived as such by people who are judgmental. Yes. So you are basically called an enabler. The enabler.
I do that too. Oh my God. I never even looked at it like that. It's like, that is what I do. Like I had to have that just so I think my sister would think I was on the same level as her. That comes from the mom who was really critical. Yeah. Oh my God.
So you have to accommodate the most critical people. And so you would be... Anyways.
I never even have looked at them that way.
All of this stuff is just a sign you really haven't fallen in love with your soul, with who you are. You need to fall in love with that little girl. It's a little girl, and however old she was when you left her, you need to go back and find her. And really just love her. Okay. I mean, I can't, because it hasn't changed.
Yeah, I do get that.
You were young at the time, and most everybody is, that you leave your soul behind and you start gravitating towards the outside mirage and the outside kind of idea of your body makes you more valuable or less valuable.
Right.
The amount of money you make makes you more valuable, or you got it. It's the scale of what your value is. And essentially, how much of that bullshit are you still being defined by? But how much of it makes you feel better about yourself? So you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because if you were to let those things that you thought made you valuable go, who are you now? A big one isn't necessarily material things. Obviously, if it's material, those are sometimes easy to let go of.
Right.
But it's the, like religious stuff.
Yeah.
That's hard, and political stuff, or the things that make you feel like you are so valuable, meaning I follow the rules.
Oh,
A rule follower always looks down on people who can't follow rules.
Right. Yep.
And the people who don't follow rules think that you're boring. It's so crazy, but it's still very crazy. All of it is. It doesn't matter which way you're looking at it. So I think what you're really getting to is, do you really love who you are? And in order for you to find that, you have to let go. You really have to let go of all these ideals. And how many layers and layers and layers of ideology have you been memorizing?
Yeah. Because it's a lot. Yeah.
Society.
Yeah.
I mean, just like culture. you're so, you need to really have quiet moments. Because those are the opportunities.
It's so scary. It's like, really, truly, I'm like going, okay, what am I gonna...
You'll get irritable, and that's common for people who are addicted. They cannot handle quiet time.
Yeah.
They can't do it. And it doesn't matter if it's food addiction, if it's whatever addiction it is, you'll always fill that time up with the addiction. Because
yes. Because seriously, I was like going, yesterday I found myself in my office, and I cleaned stuff, and I, organized some things, and I got stuff put away, and that was all great, and I spent quite a few hours doing it, and I was like, okay, but then later I was like going, all right, well, now it's like no one's here. Well, my husband was in the yard, and I was like by myself.
So it's easy to hide the food, right? Because you don't want him to know what you're doing.
That
gives it way more power than it should.
Yeah, and that, I was like going...
Because if he's proud of you,
this is just so stupid.
Okay, but you're getting oh my god, I got sucked into that vortex again.
Yeah, because then I sit in this chair in my family room, and like I was watching a movie or whatever, but everything's on the side of the chair. Like you can't see it. No one can see that. Although now I'm thinking, he would come over and give me a kiss because I think he could look over there. Now, really? He just came over to give me a kiss. That was all that was. But I'm...
In your mind.
In my mind.
You're creating...
He's spying on me.
Because he's pissed off at you. And he's criticizing you.
It's like, oh dear God, I can't even believe I do that. And then I'm like, okay, well now I gotta find...
That's the guilt coming through.
It's like horrible.
It's like the little kid who's like, I didn't do anything wrong.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I swear.
Your mom's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, nothing.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh dear God.
That's really cute, actually.
Oh my God, that's to me, that's like a little bit of craziness there. It's like, well, that's a little crazy.
Well, that's what it's like when you're addicted. You do crazy things.
That's a little nutty.
Oh my gosh, I remember one time actually pretending like I was drunk so that I could fake that I was puking because I was drunk.
Oh!
Whoever knew it was bulimia.
Oh my God.
I'm wasted. Oh. The funny things you do when you have an emotional attachment to something. But the thing is this, when you look at the moment you were eating, did you really even want it? Was it even gratifying?
No.
So you were just hiding. It was like the little girl putting the blanket over her head going, I'm not here. You can't see me.
It was not enjoyable. It wasn't... none of it was... It was all the stuff I would eat. I was doing the salt-sugar thing. Like, something salty, eat something sugary, eat something salty.
Deliciousness.
Yeah, it's like... But
it's all palate and entertainment stuff. Even though you weren't hungry.
I can't even taste it.
Did you get sick?
Well, I felt crappy.
Oh, good.
Like,
No, that's the good part about this is that it just immediately you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
What am I doing? And then
it's like, oh my God, my stomach hurts.
Well, and here's the other thing. Then the next morning you wake up going, you know what, I'm going to have a good day today. You just set yourself up by saying, I'm going to have a good day today.
That's exactly.
For ruining the whole thing because you start too perfect. I'm going to restrict even more. And you're going to try to have a day without eating food. I mean, it's like crazy. That is bulimia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I mean, like, I ate and ate and ate and ate until my stomach hurt.
It's all a weird mirage. None of it's even true. So at what point do you go, I'm so done with this game. I'll eat when I'm hungry. And if I'm not hungry, I will not eat. I'll deal with my shit.
Yeah.
I know.
Because I know how to do that. I was like, and some of it I thought, okay, how come I can't even stop?
Okay, so.
Like, what is that?
Well, a lot of it is because you feel like you've ruined it. You screwed it up.
Yeah, I did feel that way.
Yep, and
I thought it tasted good. It did not.
I know. I'm telling you, it's all emotional. Everybody who says, "Oh my God, it's this addictive. Something's controlling me."
Yeah.
Wrong. Sure, the cocaine center of the brain's active, but hello, talk to any addict. It's emotional.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, but most of the science out there that says, oh yeah, you're having this leptin issue, bullshit.
Yeah.
Emotional.
Yes, and it was emotional.
I know.
I totally got it.
I want you to say it again.
It was emotional.
Thank you.
Yes, it totally was emotional.
I know it. But a lot of times it's because, well, I've screwed it up anyways, I might as well eat. And then you're like, well, I'm going to eat it all gone because if it's here tomorrow, I feel vulnerable. So I'm going to finish the whole thing.
Yes, I do that. And then, I do that. Oh, I'll just eat the rest.
Yep, because it can't be here tomorrow. Because I have emotional vulnerabilities and I cannot handle food. I've got to hide now. So all of a sudden, the pendulum started swinging again yesterday, the day before. It's just been back and forth, back and forth. And all we have to do is go, will you stop it?
Okay.
Get back in the center. Okay. But you know what? Here's the thing.
Even when you're hungry.
Honestly, it is so easy. Okay. But here's the thing I want you to remember, because the wisdom that you're gleaning from this needs to be applied.
Yes.
The next time you're having that feeling, you recognize it's occurring. See, this is to me why all of this, as much as there's hormonal damage occurring this whole time, not that it matters, because you're doing it off of the protocol too.
Right.
So it's like, I don't want you to feel bad about it. However, what you've got to question is the environment you're under could provide you incredible healing physically. That the behavior you have with food, that's how important it is emotionally. Don't be surprised you're sabotaging, because the body is superficial relative to the emotional power you give away to food.
Yeah.
Out of your fear of yourself.
Yeah.
That's why it's like, honestly, why would you even weigh? Why would you even weigh or monitor physical change? Because it is so menial in comparison to the desire and the mind games of, I screwed it up, I'm going to eat the whole thing. Well, I can't have any available tomorrow, so let's eat it all right now. Oh, let me straighten out the cake while I'm at it. Oh, it's just, now it needs to be at a right angle. You know, the games we play because we're just mutilating our bodies for our own insecurity. It's almost like, think about how, you know, the self-worth that we're talking about, the moment you actually can connect with your spirit again. It's not connected from the outside, it's connected on the inside.
Right.
That's what you're avoiding.
Yes.
And what you'll do instead is create a reference point that's outside of yourself, and that is the food. It's the way you feel like you're still living, but without, because you're afraid of going into something that's deeper. I'm talking all gibberish. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I totally get that. I do.
So do you understand what happened this week then?
Yeah.
It's like we're getting closer to the bottom, and all of a sudden you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I am. It's like, screw this. I am so not going there.
And then you're like,
it seems like it's going to be hurtful.
Yeah, like you're going to die.
Yes.
I know.
It
literally feels like murder.
Right. I feel like I'm going to die. And I'm like, I'm not going there.
Now do you have it's not horrible. Now I was just about to say, now don't you have compassion for people who have psychological? This is why people freaking clean clean knobs 50 times a day. This is why.
I do.
People who cut themselves, people who pluck their hair out, people who abuse other people. This is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Have compassion.
Yeah. Okay.
What other addiction can I list out here?
I know. It's like going, oh my God.
Now you understand why people do things that don't make sense.
Yes.
You need to now get it and go,